pounding, adrenaline pumping, and we are almost ready to go as the rain continues to pour down here on Bello Field. It's a top 20 showdown between the 20th ranked Wesleyan Cardinals and your 4th ranked Tufts Jumbos. At this time, we're going to turn it over to the PA for the national anthem. When we come back, starting lineups and some pregame notes. Stay tuned. Absolutely fucking perfect. Everyone is so excited to go. I didn't even get a chance to introduce myself. I'm alongside with me is Catherine Burns. I'm Riley Daniel. Welcome to JumboCast. It is a not so gorgeous Saturday afternoon here on Bello. Catherine, as we seemingly say every week, it is another top 20 showdown between two phenomenal NESCAC teams. What can you tell us about this Wesleyan team coming in here today?
Well, looking at them during warm-ups, they are fired up. They are screaming every chance they can get, firing each other up. They are excited for this game. You can feel it radiating off of them. And the Tufts Jumbos, I mean, they've got the energy too in a different way. They came in, they're focused. You can see it in their eyes. They are ready to play this game. They're ready to win. And it's going to be an exciting matchup today on this field.
Coming off, obviously, a tough couple of last two games for the Jumbos, which kind of unusual. They had dominated, really, with the exception of that RIT game, their first 7, and then 2 rather close games against Colby and Williams. Wesleyan coming in with some confidence, a win over number 12, Amherst, in the midweek game. So both these teams know what it takes to get the job done. This has been a really competitive matchup in years past. Wesleyan, the only team to deny Tufts a NESCAC championship the missing year up on that scoreboard in 2017. Wesleyan got the NESCAC title, got themselves a national title that year. They're the last team to deny the Jumbos from putting a number on a banner, and you know the Jumbos are ready to play here today. Who do you have your eye on for players to watch on either side?
I think for Wesleyan, I'm watching Ben Burns. He has the highest goals right now on the team, but noticing that he only has 1 assist. Meanwhile, Justin Hazard is another to watch with 22 goals, 8 assists, making 30 points. He's another to watch and keep an eye on. What about you? What do you think for the Jumbos?
Yeah, I remember I did this game 2 years ago on senior day. Justin Hazard was an absolute force of nature to be reckoned with. Another one, I mean, obviously, Jack Reba, really talented. And for the Jumbos, I mean, it's been the Jack McNary show so far. I don't expect that to change here today. That one being fought for on the turf. Still being fought for. And after about 12 seconds, Wesleyan comes away with it. They'll get into their settled set immediately. Reba. Drawing him will be Michael Ayers. Dumps off here to CK Jankola. And DJ Dixon will swing it to the near side here. Taking a jog with it is Ben Burns. Wallbaum draws him. Jumbo's in the man-to-man set. Step. Shot low, bounces in, and a nice start there for the Cardinals. DJ Dixon makes it 1-0.
Strong start for Wesleyan. They came out with the energy. I can feel it. I'm so close to their bench. They're so excited. Excited to play this game.
Yeah, I can feel it. After that goal, it looked like they were going to run us over for a second.
Yeah.
Back out here on the draw, Jackson Tenari, Parker Merrill. This time Merrill gets tripped up. That's going to be a hold, and that'll be a Jumbo's face-off win. Minute in here, Jumbo's in their first attacking set of the day. Rigneri comes to get it the near side, swings Garrett Kelly at the top. Tagliaferri on a chilly April day. Draws a long pole, dumps it off to Rigneri at the top. Hauser. Rigneri back to Hauser, skipping it around. Comes near side, Tagliaferri low, and he stoops it in.
Good work by the Jumbos. Swinging it around, pass as they do. They don't feel, it doesn't feel like they're feeling threatened by that first goal off the bat by Wesleyan.
No, and I'll tell you who's probably threatened. The defensive coordinators on both teams, as both teams took the ball down in their first offensive set and tore the opposing defense to pieces.
Yeah. We'll see if they make any adjustments throughout the game.
Salcedo fighting hard for that ball, but it's going to be won on the other side there by Tyler Campbell. He's going to have to deal with Ben Frizzoli. He drops Frizzoli, tried to get the ball and lost it in the end. That's Jumbo's ball. Panagopoulos looking to bring it back in. Referee making sure everyone's set where they need to be.
These refs are ready for this high-intensity game with and these players with all their emotions.
I mean, Tufts Wesleyan, no matter the sport, no matter the situation, is always high intensity, high physicality, and very rarely ends in anything other than a last-second finish. Far side Eddinghausen, going to go 1v1. Trying to get his left hand free, can't. Tagliaferri back to Eddinghausen. He snipes it off the outside of the post.
Wesleyan keeping a tight zone defense, it looks like.
Clock resets. Eddinghausen. Hauser. Jumbo sent a man inside to try and deal with the zone. Hauser draws two. Back to Rigneri. Timmons here. Jumbo's not really being able to figure out this zone so far. Hauser to Tagliaferri on the X. Try to feed in between the lines. That ball's on the turf, collected by the Cardinals. Then skied in the air. Second ball being fought for. A couple guys go down, flag go up, and the Jumbos are going to go man up momentarily. We'll see if they take advantage first. Timmons. Eddinghausen swings that across. Rigneri try to step down, gets absolutely hounded. Wesleyan able to kick the ball free. They will just knock it out of play and finally go man down 3 minutes into this one.
Yeah, these conditions on the field, although it's not raining super hard right now, the field is very slick. They have to be careful on the turf when they're making those cuts that they like to do, that they don't accidentally cut too hard and end up sliding across the field.
Jumbo's going to be man up for a minute here as Joe Hurton going to spend a minute in the box for a trip on that loose ball play. Jumbo's sending in their top man up unit here. Wesleyan's been very good man down, only giving up a goal in 23% of their man down situations.
Wesleyan bench making some noise.
Zone doing a good job. Skip pass, missed. Brooks Hauser there. Hauser was very confident, was already into his shooting motion, but forgot to pick up the ball on the pass.
That'll get you. Small details like those, you have to make sure you catch the ball first before you can shoot it.
Dixon trying to solo the ride. Jumbo's hounding him. Gonna force him out. Flag goes sailing about 100 feet in the air. Wesleyan able to possess. Jumbo's caught out a little bit here. An offside behind the play will get wiped out. And Wesleyan going to content to kind of just slow it down, probably work out the remainder of their man down, which will allow them a full man up once this penalty is eventually enforced. And they'll set up 35 on the shot clock. Low shot, hazard, save, Garzone. Jumbo's now going to go man down. We'll see who the penalty is on. They're giving it to Garrett Kelly on a hold. That'll be a 30-second penalty for the Cardinals to take advantage of. Rain coming down a little more forcefully now. Janchella to the X. Gets it back. Trying to get his hands free. Swung near side. Good ball movement. Hazard low, scores.
Woo. Impressive shot from all the way back there. Able to thread the
And
needle.
I believe they just counted out that goal. I think they were going to say a crease violation.
Interesting.
Unclear what the call is. What is clear is that goal is taken off the board.
Little confusion.
And now they say a good goal.
Lots of confusion.
Everyone very confused. Referee's going to have a meeting at the center dot to discuss what just happened. We'll let you know when we find out, as they're going to come over to us. So it's going to be a dead ball foul after the goal on Wesleyan. So they will go man down now. Or not, they're not going to go man down, but it will be Jumbo's possession immediately rather than a draw. We'll see if they do go man down or not. It doesn't look like there's anyone serving in the box right now. And Joey Kraft going to bring it across for the Jumbos to set up in their man up unit, excuse me. Hauser. Rigneri back to Hauser. Swung to the far side, Nendinghausen. Kevin Christmas now in the center instead of Garrett Kelly. Hauser has Frizzoli on the X, Rigneri instead. Kraft has the rain now coming down in sheets here. Inside feed, almost went all the way through. On the turf, Frizzoli fighting for it. And in the end, the Jumbo's able to win it back. Rigneri with 35 on the shot clock. Frizzoli. Pass just couldn't be scooped up. That's a turnover. Jumbo's going to get back defensively here. It's coming across the timeline, easy as you like for the Cardinals there, is Charlie Hoban. Wesleyan bench making some noise in favor of their D-pole, who's able to solo clear that. And they'll set up in the attacking set again. As the rain's starting to just pour here on Bello.
Wind is picking up too. Got to be careful. Careful, this could get a messy game really, really quickly.
Charcola, low shot. Beat Garzone, but couldn't stay on frame. Good look there for the Cardinals. Little face dodge there. Jumbo's doing a good job. Now switched into their zone. Back in a man now. Great face dodge. Swung to the X. Hazard trying to go around. Lost the ball on the turf. Men go down, 6 go down, ball goes down, and eventually the Jumbos come away with it. Wallbaum going to lead the clear. Jumbos have numbers. Wallbaum flying across. Hauser. Skip pass. Jump. Knocking it down was Del Cristo, but not able to possess. Second time the Jumbos able to repossess. Jumbos want a fresh 80, not getting it. Tagliaferri at the near side. Little hidden ball play. Didn't fool anyone as now Regneri will turn and run. Face dodge, gets hands free and sails it into the 13th row. Tagliaferri. Here is Regneri now. To the X. Swinging it around. Hauser had his hands free. Ettinghausen thought about the step down. Drew another. Skip to Hauser low. Just couldn't get it on target. Closing that out hard were the Cardinals.
They're going to do it again, Riley. They keep taking these shots from outside. Wesleyan's not letting them into the middle to take those quick shots that they really like to do.
Regneri gets it with 15 on the shot clock. Face dodge. Slide came with 10. Up top. Hauser thought about the step down. Swings it to Ettinghausen. Cuts in. Gets back on his left. Up top. Hauser going to shoot it. On frame. Jumbos want a reset. Didn't get it. And that's going to be a turnover on possession for the Cardinals. Wesleyan bench communicating something to their players here. As they are able to clear successfully and get set up here in the attacking half. Hazard to the top. That'll be Alex Moynihan. He'll turn and go at Rosario. Gets a step. Gets his hands free, shoots, and scores.
Wow. The Cardinals were able to just stretch out the Jumbos defense. The Jumbos followed them out, and they took that space they just created, taking that shot. Not all players can make a shot from that far out. That was pretty impressive, Riley.
Yeah, great shooting ability there shown by Moynihan. And right now, the Cardinals definitely starting off the better team.
Yeah, they're fired up over here on the bench, too.
As they should be. You come into Bello, get yourself a 2-goal lead in the first quarter. Go ahead and celebrate. Nice draw win there by Salcedo. We'll see if that can spark something for the Jumbos. Ettinghausen had Del Cristo, didn't see it, skips it all the way near side Regneri. He's just being hounded there by the long pole, Charlie Silver. Hauser on the X. Up top for Kevin Christmas. He'll hand it off to Will Emsing. New look here for the Jumbos. Some new faces on the field. Hauser tries to get his hands free. Dumps it off. Regneri low. Shores! Jack Regneri says, I don't care if we've missed the last 5. I'll shoot it any day, and picks the top corner.
He knows his skills. He knows his strength. He still took that shot. He had confidence in himself, even though they haven't been falling with the rain and the wind and just feeling off. But good work by the Jumbos finishing that goal.
Yeah, big goal in terms of momentum in this game for the Jumbos to be able to get that one back, get it back to a 1-goal game, and really show that they can actually get things against this Wesleyan defense.
They were not able to get that draw, though.
No, they were not. As Wesleyan, for a team that is almost in the very bottom, as here, I'm going to stop talking about that, as a shot on frame, scores! A bouncer beat Back here to JumboCast. Here on the field of Bello. Thank you all for staying with us. Minor technical difficulties. Sometimes when you mix electricity and rain, bad things happen. And here on Bello, we had a minor power outage. We got that taken care of. First quarter is complete. We'll catch you up on what you missed here while we were away. Wesleyan got themselves out to a 5-2 lead. The Jumbos responded with 3 goals in the last 2 minutes of the quarter, sending us to the quarter break at 5-5. And it looks like it's going to be a barnstormer, Catherine.
Oh, yeah. You could tell the Jumbos just hate being down. They saw that scoreboard, and something in them clicked. Something switched. The rain suddenly let up, and they were suddenly going towards the goal. No brakes, all gas. And they were winning the draws, and they were running down the field, and they were just shooting. And Wesleyan really didn't see it coming. They were kind of caught off guard, and I'm curious to see how each of these teams respond going into the second quarter.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think the Jumbos got to be feeling a lot better than the Cardinals. Cardinals were feeling great about 30 seconds ago, but when you give up 3 goals in the span of 90 seconds, not going to be feeling great, especially when you had the opportunity to go to the quarter break with a pretty substantial lead and just gave it away. On the other side, the Jumbos kind of, if I'm guessing, are probably talking about how they finally are starting to playing up to their potential, because as we were saying while we were out of power and waiting for things to be fixed, this did not look like the Jumbos.
Not at all, but you can see at those last 2 minutes that unfortunately were not up, the Jumbos were smiling, they were having fun, they were playing real lacrosse, and I think that is key to winning this game. Whichever team can have the most fun and want it more at the same time is going to win this game.
2 very distinct requirements, yet 2 equally important ones. We'll see who can answer the bell and who will go home empty-handed as Parker Merrill wins that draw to start the second quarter, and he's coming hard. Had 2 goals 2 years ago when these 2 teams played on Bello, including a crucial fourth quarter goal to give the Jumbos the lead. Regneri. Tagliaferri, who has 2 already today. Back to Regneri, spin dodge, swung to Tagliaferri. Skipped all the way to Brooks Hauser. Drops the shoulder, spins back, trying to get it free. Skip pass, and a pole got to it. Cardinals looking to come the other way. Jumbo's going to bring it right immediately. And a successful clear for the Cardinals. Well done by Charlie Wilmot. And they'll set up in their settled set, looking for a big potential goal here to kind of stem the Jumbos' momentum. CK Jankola going to swing it here to James Bailey, who was not someone we really had our eye on, but has been pretty dominant in the ball possession here for the Cardinals so far. To the X now. Raba has a man hung up. Looking for an open cutter. Jumbo's doing a good job sticking to the man-to-man. Send 2 onto Raba. Hazard on the X. Skip pass all the way up top. Low shot, score! Snipe job there from Ben Burns. And I don't know what the Wesleyan bench is, but they're going to celebrate in the corner like this is a soccer game.
And then running like bad men back. They got some good sellies. I'll give it to them.
Yeah, they're testing the Jumbo's reputation as the most creative celebrators in the NESCAC.
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
And the Wesleyan Cardinals once again retake the lead here at 6-5. And they're going to win that draw. But a good rear check there from Salcedo. Walbaum got away from his trail check. Tried to find Frizzoli. It bounces all the way through. Skipped across. Regneri dropped the shoulder. And eventually will back it out. Inside feed on the floor. Somehow a shot came up. Walbaum got his stick to it. And timeout, Casey D'Onofrio.
Exciting. First start to the second quarter.
We're going to take that timeout too. Stay with us. Welcome back here to Bellow Field. Glad to have you back with us in this 6-5 game. 2 minutes into the second quarter. Rain hopefully is stopped for good, but with Bellow, you never know. Regneri swings it to the X. Jumbos with a little bit of a different offensive set today. Tagliaferri playing a lot of time on the X. Picks his head up. Goes for a run. Skip shot just wide. Backed up there by Lewis Timmons. Regneri from his usual spot on the left hash. Hauser. Tic-tac-toe. Dropping down was Tagliaferri. Lost his edge not once but twice. And eventually has to reset with Kelly. 15 to shoot. Hauser thought about the step down. Enninghausen couldn't collect cleanly. Ball on the turf. Still being fought for. Jumbo's able to collect with 5 on the shot clock. Gonna have to just fire it. Regneri hands free, shoots on frame. Wouldn't have counted anyway. Here come the Cardinals. And a successful clear there from Matt Rettinger. Jumbo's scrambling to get back defensively as Reba has it behind the net. Jackson Tenari and Will Miller. Once again, it'll be Jankola to start it up through Bailey. Running down the alley. Draws 2. Flag goes flying. Jumbo's going to go man down. We'll see what the call is here. A hold called, I believe. Looks like this one's going to go on the freshman, Jordanito. And the Jumbos will have to defend another man down. Neither team been able to execute man up so far today. Both 0 for 1. As the Jumbos going to take advantage. Sending all the long poles out there. Just go play some hounding defense. Reba to Hazard. Wesleyan running that near side cut play. Jankola. Low shot. Garzone got down and denied it.
Good save by Garzone. We haven't seen him. We haven't seen a lot of him today.
And then he's playing a little carelessly out of his net here. Eventually able to nicely lead the clear. Regneri with a nice dodge. Jumbos have a one-man numbers advantage here. Emsing, 2-on-1, shoots just wide. And it's corralled there by Connor Selfridge in net. Wesley going to try and clear. And will able to do so. Not much trouble there for DJ Dixon. Jumbo's ride's been really poor so far. John Colan has next to him Matt Rettinger. Moynihan, who has a goal already. Draws the short stick in Del Cristo. To the X. Near side. John Cola gets his hands free. Good slide. Low shot. Bounce wide. Will stay with the Cardinals. 36 to shoot.
Yeah, good work by the Cardinals moving it around. Not letting this Jumbo's defense scare them.
Up top here for Dixon. Will be swung to the near side. Moynihan dodges around one. Skip pass. On the turf. Ayers fighting for it. Still being fought for. Could not tell you where that ball is, but it ends up in the stick of Joey Walbaum, as most of those scrums seem to do. Yeah. Jumbo's flying the other way. Regneri. Down low. Skipped up top. Frizzoli. Step down. Save! And a beauty there from Selfridge.
Oh, but missed on the clear.
Very well done there by Jared Cohen. Alert to it to save Selfridge from what would have been a turnover. And I believe a timeout is called by Wesleyan. A very wise one as Cohen was about to get himself stripped on a trail check.
Good call and good playing by both of these teams. Both of them are hustling to the ball and trying not to make those silly mistakes. Of course, it's hard with the rain and slippery out, but both teams doing a really good job.
Yeah, and I mean, a very different start to the second quarter than the first quarter was. First quarter was high-octane offense. Second quarter, a goal in 6 minutes. So these teams, I'm guessing if I had to wager, were almost exclusively talked to about defense in between quarters.
Yeah, I think you're right. They're focusing on their defense, but they have to make sure they don't fall off on their offense. Both teams doing a good job of passing the ball around, but sometimes not able to connect. I don't know why, but they have to be able to connect and put all the pieces together in order to finish the goal, in order to win the game.
And one thing I want to talk about with connection and passing, Kingston and Adolfo needs to tell Rigneri and Ettinghausen and Hauser that you cannot try bounce passes on this turf. They've tried 3 or 4, and every time it hits the wet grass and skids somewhere they weren't expecting.
Yeah, but it clearly hasn't costed them that much, as they're only down 1 goal going into this after this timeout.
Both these teams in their usual spot in the top 20. Wesleyan looking to probably propel themselves into the top 10 with the win, as this would be 2 wins over top 12 teams on the week. Jumbo's looking to stay in the top 4, maybe draw a little bit higher, put themselves in position to be hosting multiple weekends of the NCAA tournament. Great spin there from Miller. Tried to get his left hand free, couldn't. Cuts back and dumps it off. Second unit out there for the Cardinals. Slide to the X. Raven from the GLE up top to Miller. Here is Will Schull. Reba just standing there, setting a screen. The problem is not really doing any help to his teammates. And a good help there. As trying to crease dodge were the Cardinals. Del Cristo said, I don't think so. Ayers, nice outlet. Panagopoulos dropped it, but able to get it up. Sets a screen for Rigneri. Who's not going to need it. We'll slow things down. Ettinghausen behind the back. Rigneri coming hard. And a nice save again by Selfridge. Jumbo's trying that around the world play they love and almost worked it to perfection.
Almost. Just have to finish there on that goal.
And I think that probably is the difference in this game. Selfridge just been a little bit better than Garzone so far.
Yeah. I agree with that.
And it's interesting. Only his second start on the year. Started for the first time in the midweek against Amherst, which you pointed out to me in the pregame. We were wondering who was going to start today. It was Selfridge, and he's showing why.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. He's showing confidence, even though he only has 2 games, really, 2 starts under his belt. And yeah, I think he played all of the midweek game, and I wonder if he's going to be staying in all this game.
Swung up top here to Bailey. Trying to get his hands free. Skip pass. Step down. Dixon wide. That's a good idea there. Drew 2. Able to give it to Dixon. Dixon with a nice step down. Just couldn't quite pick out that far post. Jump shot score. Through some contact. Can't quite see who put it in. Might have been Jack Reba.
Yeah, the hustle after the play to get the rebound, get the ball, and just take it to go, take it around the back. We haven't seen a lot of that during this game. Most of the shots have been from up front and out wide, but being able to also use the crease and use behind the goal the X position wisely, is key.
Yeah, that ability to run that little crease play where if you just get a half step on your man, you're suddenly right in, and there's not much a goalie can do when a guy's coming from the negative angle. Because if you give him the near post to try and prevent the shot, he can just tap in.
You're right. That's a hard play for goalies and to
What
defend.
A bounce pass. From a long pole to another long pole across the midfield on the wet turf. Jumbo's bench making some noise, trying to cheer on their defenders. Bailey. Low feed. It'll be reset and cycled around to Dixon. Gets through a shove, dumps it off Giancola. Thought about the shot. Said he'll go to the X. Reba, fresh off that goal. Dodges through. Draws Michael Ayers on the slide. Hazard now on the X. Cradling the ball, looking for cutters. Stack play here. Jumbo's doing a good job staying to their man. Skipped up. Dixon shoots. Good save, Garzone. Jumbo's way too casual defensively there. And a timeout, I believe, called by Wesleyan.
Yeah, that's right. I will say, Riley, I haven't seen that the same Tufts playing as we saw in the last 2 minutes of the first quarter. They don't. It all starts in the draw, and you can tell that in the draw, you can tell which player's going to win it before it even happens. Which player wants it more, and I haven't been seeing that from the Jumbos. Wesleyan's been doing a really good job of scooping that ball up first and playing off of that.
They have. They've done a better job, and truly, NESCAC games so often are who wants it more. That's what Kitchenoff has been so good in his time as the head coach of this program as inspiring his team that no matter how much they know they're the better team in terms of talent, they have to go out and earn it. Right now, Wesleyan's outworking them.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, Riley.
And I don't think that's something that's going to be acceptable. I would love to, if it stays like this, be a fly on the wall in Kitchenoffo's halftime huddle, because I'm imagining it's going to have some fireworks.
I bet it will. And maybe even after this huddle, they'll inspire the team, spark something, flip that switch, make them play really hard and really go for the ball and finish the game strong. Play across like they're having fun and like they're enjoying the game.
Absolutely. Wesleyan bringing it back in here momentarily. We will give you a quick update here from Middletown as 15-11 is the score there in favor of the Jumbos. So that one, a good one to watch. I would advise y'all when we go to the halftime break in about 5 minutes as that shot just sails wide, maybe flip on over, see the end of that one before you come right back, catch the second half here. Nothing like a spring Saturday to get some NESCAC lacrosse. Dixon. Skips it too high for Giancarlo. That's a turnover.
Got to be careful with those passes.
Jumbo's bringing it back in. Michael Ayers slowing it down. Dumps it off to Garzone. It'll go to Waldbaum now. Wesleyan with a ride at the midfield. Frizzoli dropped the ball. Wesleyan probably could have picked it up, but didn't seem to know where the ball was.
Lucky for the Jumbos.
Indeed. Regneri. Jumbo's looking for their first goal in 10 minutes. Spin dodge to the X. Skipped all the way up to Hauser. Tagliaferri will start with it up top. Regneri to Hauser. Now Ettinghausen. Hauser had Tagliaferri on the GLE. Instead it comes to Ettinghausen. Gonna work 1v1. Draws a second man, swings it up top. Jumping save on that pass by Hauser. Kelly will go to work with 15. Ettinghausen looking for Tagliaferri backdoor. It's just not there right now. 10 now. Kelly gonna have to create something. Gonna shoot off the top of the cage. That'll stay with the Jumbos. Fresh 60. And that was a good look there.
Good look, good look. Jumbos got to pick up the pace a little bit if they're gonna keep this clock going.
Yeah, I mean, Jumbos definitely slowed things down trying to beat this zone. Wesleyan, no matter what, has to be happy with the way their zone has performed today. Skip pass, Ettinghausen. Shot is blocked on the turf. Two men go down for it. One comes away with it. That man is Emmett Schillinger. Cardinals trying to get rid of the Jumbos ride. Keeper out of net. In a bit of trouble. But he dumps it off nicely. And a successful clear for the Cardinals before they just lose an edge. And we're going to have a stoppage of play as number 19 for the Cardinals, Matt Rettinger, lost a shoe. And I believe he stepped out of bounds before. So it's going to be, no, he will repossess. And the Cardinals will finally get another offensive look here as we dip under 3 to go in the half. GLE up top. Shot, or fake down low off the post. And the Jumbos collect. Actually, it looks like, on a second look, that Garzone got a block to that.
I believe he did, and it was passed back to him to clear. Clearing up the midfield now.
Oh, Del Cristo got railed. Flag goes flying. Jumbo's going to go man up. And that is smart play from the senior, knowing that if he just ducked his head down, he was going to get hit, but it would draw a flag. And that might be several minutes in the box for a contact to the head. Hauser to Regneri. Emston comes hard off the box. Regneri fakes the step down, takes the step down, denied in the splits by Connor Selfridge.
Great save by Connor Selfridge, but I think the ball will still be going back to the Jumbos, and they'll be playing a man up here next.
They will. I think the real question is whether or not this penalty is going to be releasable or not.
That's the question we're all asking. We'll see what the refs say when they come over here.
Coach Donalfo certainly thinks it should not be. And it is unreleasable because it was contact to the head. They get the call right in the end, so the Jumbos really got to take advantage now.
Yeah, they got a minute of man-up play, 60 seconds on the shot clock. Let's see what they can do with this.
And if I'm the Jumbos, I'm looking to work fast here, try and get as many as you can in this man-up.
And that's what Jumbos are good at. They can play fast. They can play intense.
Hidden ball play is on. Up top, Regneri skips it to Hauser. He faked out too. Tagliaferri, good job from Wesleyan, not falling for the hidden ball.
See if they can make something out of the play.
Regneri, step down, shoots, save by Elbridge.
Easy save for the goalie, right there to the stick.
Yeah, I'm sorry, as that ball is going to be picked up. Regneri coming in hard, going to shoot, and score. Donalfo wanted another flag. It's not going to matter. Regneri finishes. And just as I was about to say, the Jumbos have to get better shot selections, Jack Regneri takes it hard to the edge of the crease and makes it 7-6.
A team that can finish and capitalize on mistakes made like that in the midfield is a great team. They're able to pick up that ground ball and drive straight to goal and finish that shot, even though they just had missed one.
21 left on the man up for the Jumbos. So if they win this draw, look for them to go fast. If Wesleyan wins this draw, they're likely going to try. As there's some miscommunication there from Wesleyan, not having enough players on the field. Able to win the draw. They should be able to see out the remainder of this man down. Jumbo's going to send 2 on the ride. That should be an over and back, but it will not be because they are man down. Somehow able to get through a 3-man ride in the midfield. 3, 2, 1. That's the penalty. Jumbos get 1, but not able to really take full advantage of the locked-in penalty, and Wesleyan can hold for the last look of the half.
Yeah, really good job by Wesleyan to keep control of the ball. Good lacrosse IQ, knowing their man will be coming in soon to play in that, to get out of that man-down situation.
And actually, really smart lacrosse IQ. You want to talk about it? The decision to play it back, because 9 times out of 10 is so ingrained, you can't do that. But the one time you can is when you're a man down. The over and back does not apply. Bounce pass to the near side. Bailey lost an edge, got it back. Trying to get a shot. That one's on the turf. Knocked ahead by Wallbaum.
4 seconds left.
Dixon able to save it. Great stick check there by Ayers. Over and back called. 1/10 of a second left in the half. Jumbos wanted a delay of game call on the Cardinals. Rightfully not given, as he did not hear the whistle before he checked it. And a timeout by Casey D'Onofrio, who wants them to take a look at the clock here. Maybe add some more time based on when that whistle blew.
Yeah, I don't know what all you can do with a tenth of a second, Riley.
You can't, but I'll tell you what, is that you can run a play because what you're trying to do with this is basically you're going to lob it on the net and hope the goalie doesn't know the rule that it can't go directly in, off and out of bounds. Because if the goalie were to touch it and it ended up in the net, that would be a good goal. That is really the only thing you can run with a tenth of a second left.
Well, looking at the ball is just about around midfield. We will see how or what Casey D'Onofrio comes up with in this timeout that he took.
And it will be .1. I think, judging by the reactions from some of the Jumbo's assistant coaches, like Stephen Toomey, they were expecting to get more time, added back on. D'Onofrio's still barking about it. And I wouldn't be surprised, as it looks like Jumbo sending in their tall men. This is probably going to be basically a lob play towards the net. Contact in the box. Coaches yelling, players yelling, referees giving instructions. It is just chaos for a play that probably will not matter.
No, what are the odds?
And it ends up just being blocked. Jumbo's won a flag. It sure looked like that was within 5 yards when Joe Hurton got the block on it. D'Onofrio going to go out and scream at the referees. We're going to take a halftime break. Everyone needs to calm down here on Bello as it is getting feisty. Stay tuned for the second half. Welcome back here to Bello. And an immediate trip is going to give the ball to the Jumbos. We are also keeping an eye on the out-of-town scoreboard right now. It is 15-all in Middletown. So we will let you know and if anything happens there as the Jumbos get set up. Pass down low. Oh, what a word! And that is put away beautifully by Ben Frizzoli.
Right off the bat, the Jumbos are coming out strong. Again, curious what was said during the halftime meeting by both teams, actually.
I mean, that is an interesting play to start the second half.
Yeah.
A long pole cutting weak side from the crease, getting fed to by your attackman. Not something you see every day.
No, but it works.
Diving on the floor were several players still on the ground and eventually collected in the midfield by the Cardinals. That one through the lines. Rettinger gets into a lot of trouble. Forced to bounce one, picked up by Dixon. Numbers here for the Cardinals. Fake shot, save Garzone, and a beauty. Dixon recollects for the Cardinals. Wall bomb out to meet him. He'll dump it off to Giancola. Reba facing up on Rosario. Gets in tight position to the top. Step down. And Garzone alert to it. It's going to stay in play. Be picked up there by Bailey. And he stepped out of bounds. Jumbo's looking to bring the clear quickly. Except no one went to clear the ball.
That's a mistake that will cost them.
Yeah. Everyone assumed someone else was going to go get it. No one did. And in the end, Jumbo's going to have to build this one up slowly. Wall bomb goes long. That bounces, and a jump save there by Hauser. Tagliaferri. Ettinghausen wanted it on the X, didn't get it. Instead it comes up top to Hauser. Turns. Thought about the shot. Rigneri on the X. Spin dodge. Backing his man down, reverses. Still with the ball. Gets hacked. It's going to be a reset of the shot clock. Fresh 60. Tagliaferri shoots, scores.
Easy money there for Tagliaferri.
That's his hat trick.
That is his hat trick, yes. Really helping this team get back. What are we at now? 8-7, back to the lead.
First Jumbo's lead of the day at 8-7.
Not back to the lead, get the lead. Must feel good. All of these goals have started to come back. I've all started with Charlie Tagliaferri. It's interesting to see how the players look up to him as a player, as a senior player. One of the senior players on the team.
They're looking at something with Jack Rigneri's stick right now. Still holding it. Don't normally see this in men's lacrosse.
No.
Customary in women's lacrosse, but never.
Looks like they have a measuring tape?
I think they might be about to give him an equipment violation.
Or not. Just barely.
Just barely good enough. They're now going to go tell both benches what they found out. Looks like both benches all good, and we are ready to resume play as the rain returns to Bello. Salcedo bounces it. Great hands from Rigneri to pick that up. Ettinghausen, no look to Del Cristo. Frizzoli coming hard. Slams on the brakes, dumps it off to Hauser. Swung to Rigneri. Has two men coming in. We'll just dump it off, get it right back. Hauser draws a long pole, backs it out. We saw this a million times in the first half. Jumbo's working it around, not able to get inside. Pass deflected on the turf. Hold called. Or it should have been called. Doesn't look like it was. Panagopoulos couldn't get it. Walbaum did. Jumbos might have been offsides there. No call. Regneri skips it ahead. Wesleyan caught out a little bit. Hauser. Stop and go. Head on a swivel. Skip pass. Regneri step down. Scores.
Great shot. The ball is always moving on that play. Never stood still. The players were always moving. That momentum is what led them to this goal, leaving the open man to shoot that shot.
I'm sorry. At this point, it's become very clear. You have to give Jack Regneri the treatment you were giving Jack Boyden a year ago.
Yeah.
If you let him have space, he is going to make you pay. It might not be him putting it in the net, but someone's going to end up open with a good look. And right there, the man sunk in to get back into the zone, wasn't aware of where Regneri was. He got the ball open, and when he gets the ball there, there's only ever going to be one result. Turnover, flag goes flying, Wesleyan going man up.
Yeah, none of the teams really could seem to get control of the ball in the midfield. It was flying, it was on the ground, it was flying again. And ultimately, the Jumbos got it in their defensive end, but
Ben Burns stripped it.
Hold it, yeah.
And maybe not the best decision when he's all the way out at the 2/3 line to trip him up. As Wesleyan's man-up unit will get their second chance of the day. 0 for 1 so far. Burns skips that. Eventually lands in the stick of Giancola. Step down, scores. Garzone upset with himself. He thought he should have had it.
Yeah, normally those shots out from there are easier to save, but Wesleyan's been doing a really good job of finding the open hole and finding Garzone's weak spots on those goalie shots from out far.
Yeah, that one looked to have a lot of horizontal movement. Started at Garzone's near post, ended up just inside the far post.
Yeah,
and Garzone not able to get the stick all the way across.
Those shots are really hard to read.
And a draw win there by Jackson Tenari. Cardinals not going away. They're fighting right back. Van Burst sprinting horizontally. Gives it to Reba. And it'll come all the way down to Hazard at the GLE. Dixon against Jordanito. Draws the second man. Jumbos recover with a switch now. Dixon dumps it. Past GLE. Reba got a man, hung him up. Giancola backing his man down. Now comes all the way to the X. Gonna try and reverse it. Save Garzone. He saw what was coming and read it beautifully. And then drops Giancola just for kicks. Ayers dumps it across to Joey Walbaum. Two men staying back. Walbaum gonna clear it himself. Gets yanked. That ball might not have been the best decision from Joey Walbaum. It's a turnover, and here come the Cardinals.
No, almost all the other plays that Joey Walbaum has played, he's been able to take that down the line, but this Cardinals defense is able to read him and strip that ball.
And that's a situation where if you know he's getting forced inside, maybe if you're Janalfa, you think about a timeout.
That did not seem to be the case, and I'm sure timeouts will be used wisely later too.
Timeouts will be a very valuable currency in this one-goal game. Hazard has been remarkably quiet today. Only that one goal. Shoots off the outside of the cage. Garzone out. Gets shoved. Ball goes flying. Walbaum's going to be the first to it. He's going to get some contact. And out of bounds. He thought he was shoved out of bounds. It'll be a fresh 80 for the Cardinals.
Cardinals coming out really aggressive here, and it's working for them. They were aggressive with the goalie when he stepped out, and they were aggressive on that sideline play.
Swung, step down. Giancola off the top of the bar. Well saved there by the Cardinals. Good stick work from Emmett Schillinger. And Wesleyan now going to slow things very much down. Try and dry out that Jumbo's defense. We've seen this pretty much every set. They are going to start from almost the edge of the soccer circle. Try and draw the Jumbo's defense a little bit further out than they would like. Bailey. Saved by Dixon. Gets his hands free. Good slide. Low pass saved. Giancolo shot blocked. And Garzone corrals. Good outlet. Frizzoli picks his head up between the lines. Ball on the turf and another turnover by Jumbo's long ball. That one a skip pass. And Wesleyan not able to save it. They turn it right back. And the word you mentioned in the first quarter is coming back to mind. It is sloppy play right now. Tagliaferri with a head of steam. Dumps it down low. Ettinghausen shoots. Save there. And a good one by Selfridge.
Yeah, lots of movement over here on the sideline with these quick transitions.
Cardinals flying down the other way. Now going to slow it back up. Jumbo's going to switch into his zone. Now back to man. Scrambling to get back defensively. Moynihan to the X. Reba. Against Ethan O'Neill. Has a screen if he wants it. Doesn't use it. Dumps it off. Moynihan, low shot. Off the post. That'll be a fresh 60. Will stay with the Cardinals. Near side here for Charlie Knapp. Back to Moynihan, extra pass hazard. Giancola up top. Step down from Reba, beats Garzone near side.
Yeah, Jumbos seemed like they got a little bit caught up with all that movement in their zone defense, and they recovered well, but then were still off guard when the shot was taken. The Jumbo defense has been doing a good job overall. They're just struggling in the midfield, transitioning it to the offense. So if they can win the ball in the draws, they don't have to deal with that transition, or they can work on this transition on the fly and make sure they're making clean passes before taking the shot down at the goal.
That one being fought for hard. Rosario going to come away with it. Ettinghausen. Has Kelly coming hard, instead skips to Regneri. Spins. Inside feed, dodging through two. Off the crossbar from Ettinghausen.
Unlucky on that one.
They're going to send some pressure to Selfridge. Heavy ride here from the Jumbos. Force a loose ball. Second one. Clean stick check. Jumbos running the other way. Gave it right back.
There it is again, Riley. They can't make those connecting passes to get to their offensive players.
Outlet pass. Hits a man in stride. Wesleyan able to clear. Under 6 to go in the third. We're even at 9. Up top, coming off a screen. That shot bounced. Jumbo's going to win the race. Good hustle there by Joey Walbaum. Bounces that one into Panagopoulos. In a little bit of trouble. We'll dump it off to Ettinghausen. Go set a screen. Swung near side, Regneri. Down low, Kelly. Shoved off it. To the top. Ettinghausen. And Regneri has Will Empson coming hard. Hauser going to go to work. Little 1-2 with Regneri and sailed that shot. Tagliaferri, the only one who went to back it up. It'll stay with the Jumbos. Working against the long pole. Face dodge, inside, shoots. Off the post, saved by Emsing. Hauser with 30 to shoot. Gets it back. Hard shot, scores. Brooks Hauser with authority.
Good shot there. He knew when he caught that ball he was going to shoot that ball and nothing could stop him, and he went for goal, got the goal. That is a sign of a good player.
And what was the call? Did they just wipe that goal off the board?
They might have. That's what the Wesleyan bench is trying to tell us.
We're going to wait for an
More
official call.
confusion. Talking to the Tufts coaches on the bench.
Wesleyan starting with possession. Looks like it might be a dead ball foul potentially on Brooks Hauser for the celebration. The goal still standing on the board here, so it is 10-9 Jumbos.
I'm not gonna lie, I did not see the celebration. I cannot say.
He did slam his stick down a little bit, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they got him for. Miller to Rava on the X. He goes down, tried to draw a foul, might have thrown it over. Saved, really good hustle there by Bailey. And then a face dodge on Ayers, who's gonna see some time in the box as he got a lot of body. Giancola getting hounded. Jumbo's not really worried about penalties right now. Save! Oh no, it sneaked by him. Garzone looked like he had it, but it just hit the roof of the net. That'll put it away. We'll go back to full strength here. And it'll be a fresh game here as we restart 10-10 with 3:51 to go in the third.
Oh yeah, neither team letting up the pressure. They're both going hard.
Interesting.
100%.
They are not going to wipe off that penalty. So the Jumbos will be man down, but a really, really pivotal error by Wesleyan. They went early on the face-off, and the Jumbos will get the ball and probably just look to hold it here for the remainder of this man down.
I wouldn't be surprised if they try to go to goal.
I'm guessing they will, but not before they burn some clock. Frisoli in a bit of trouble.
Good work.
Somehow saved it. Gets shoved down, and a push call. That'll be a fresh 80 for the Jumbos. So not only now can they see out the remainder of this man down, but they'll actually have some time after to run a settled set play. Ball in the stick of Rigneri. Wouldn't be surprised if he just takes a jog here for the remainder of this man down.
And it looks like Wesleyan will let him do that. Earlier with the double, Wesleyan did a good job of committing to that double, but it looks like they're...
Yeah, I mean, I think there's just no real benefit to trying to double Jack Rigneri because he'll outrun both your guys. And the worst possible thing you can do is give up a goal man up.
That is true.
Speaking of unexpected things, a final from Middletown. Wesleyan knocks off the third-ranked Jumbos 17-15.
Wow. Wow.
That's going to be Wesleyan ball. Jumbo's back to full strength now. Michael Ayers getting shoved back as they had sent Frisoli on in place of him. And a successful clear for the Cardinals. But they're in some trouble here. Dodging through four nicely there was Charlie Hoban. Bench loving it. Rava slows it down. 60 on the shot clock for the Cardinals. 2.5 to go in the third quarter. On the X. Gets a step, draws a slide, step down. Bird scores.
Great attack there by Wesleyan. Way to draw the defender and find the open man in the open space and take that shot.
Yeah, great feed, and Ben Burns with that little submarine shot had a rise on it that Garzone just couldn't track.
Yeah, Tufts bench not looking very happy over here. I wouldn't either. It's
been a 4-1 run for Wesleyan.
Yeah, not something Tufts Jumbos are used to seeing against them.
No, it's not. Eddinghausen. Rigneri. Wesleyan bench shouting some taunts at the Jumbos.
They are feeling good with this 1 point up situation.
Tagliaferri. Draws two. Has them both hung up. Use Christmas as a screen to get that pass to Garrett Kelly. Rigneri. Tagliaferri. Shot off the post. Kelly will back it up. That'll be a fresh 60.
He had the step, but took the shot just a bit too soon.
Good idea, though, from Tagliaferri, who's looked the Jumbo's best player today. Gets it right back. Skips it up top, deflected. Regneri fights for it. Looked like it hit off the head of a Wesleyan defender. And here come the Cardinals again. Running fast. Skip pass. Shot. Hit something or another. Crease violation, Jumbo's ball. I think that shot hit the crossbar. Doesn't matter because I do not believe it would have counted anyway.
Yeah, I can't really see a lot with all the bench and all the subbing coming in. I did not see that shot.
Panagopoulos in a little bit of trouble. We'll just solo clear it through some contact. Donalfo wanted offsides on Wesleyan, didn't get it. Regneri. 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Eddinghausen. Hazem Singh instead goes to Lewis Timmons. Regneri. Skip pass, try to jump shot, comes to Hauser. He snipes it in. Brooks Hauser goes top bins.
What a shot, Riley. Riser from the right side. Or the left side, sorry. Great shot. Great working around at the bottom of the shot clock. Good work by the Jumbos finishing on that.
And that's just a killer for the Cardinals.
Yeah, now tied 11-11. Both teams just fighting so hard. I can't emphasize that enough. I can't tell you who's going to win this game.
I can't tell you who's going to win this game, but I can tell you that you do not want to go anywhere. That ball's going to end up on the turf. We go 3, 2, 1. That's your third quarter. We go to the fourth here in Medford. We got ourselves a tie game and a phenomenal game. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, the final quarter from Bello in a tie game between two top 20 teams. Welcome back here to Bello Field. It's now misting because sure, why not?
Oh,
kind of
goodness.
fits the energy level here. Both teams giving it their absolutely all, and that I guess includes Mother Nature. As we start the fourth quarter, tied at 11.
It wouldn't be the last quarter of this game without some rain.
No, it wouldn't be. You can't have a quarter on Bello without rain. Regneri coming hard. Skip pass. O'Neal shoots. And what a save by Elbridge.
Great shot, great save by both teams there.
O'Neal put that perfectly, and Elbridge somehow got to it in the one spot of the net he's not supposed to be able to get to it. Kelly drew two. Tagliaferri on the X, works it to Hauser. He shoots, and he gets a hat trick in about 30 seconds.
The Cardinals have been playing aggressive defense. They came out really fierce. Well, come out. It's 26 seconds into the fourth quarter. But Tufts They were told something in that huddle, I'm telling you, Riley. Something was said. The magic switch was flipped.
Yeah, you might be right.
And they pulled it off. We'll see if they can continue that for the next 14 and a half minutes of this game.
That's going to be a very, very tall task, but if any team could do it, it would be the Jumbos. Successful clear for the Cardinals. That one's on the turf. Are they going to be able to save it in? They golf it, and out of bounds. Jumbo's ball. Verzoli skips it quickly. Jumbo's looking to run here. Michael Ayers looking like a receiver on the sideline. Goes down to get it. Ragnari skips it inside, low shot, and somehow Elbridge said no. And now, for the first time all day, the Jumbo's going to bring an aggressive ride. Beautifully broken here by Wesleyan. John Cola coming hard. Forced to back out. It'll go up top here to DJ Dixon, who gets through one, gets through two, and bounces it in. We start over at 12.
Wow. Tufts defense huddling after that as well.
I mean, you have to. If he walks through you in 2 steps, that means you did something wrong.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what this weather is. It is currently raining, sunny, windy, and perfectly dry at the same time. Because,
I would
sure.
not put perfectly dry in that, Riley. I am soaked.
Well, it was perfectly dry for about 10 minutes. I don't know what Parker Merrill thought he was doing there. Looked like it hit off a Wesleyan stick last. Jumbos don't get the call, and the Cardinals bench fired up.
Jumbos wanted to fight that one, but knew better than to waste their time with that. Continuing the momentum of the game. Wesleyan will start up top like they always do, stretching out the field, stretching out the defense.
That they will. Dodged by Dixon. Shoots and scores. All it took was one man. DJ Dixon ties us up at, or excuse me, makes it 13-12, breaking the tie.
Yeah, taking that lead.
So the Jumbos get 2 goals in 30 seconds. Wesleyan waits a minute, then responds with 2 of their own in 30 seconds. And just like that, we're back to the Cardinals in front.
Wind and rain is picking up. Field is just gonna get sloppier. Hopefully these teams will continue to play clean.
Jumbos wanted offsides, didn't get it. Referee, I don't think he's made any friends in Casey D'Onofo.
Not at all.
Saved by Elbridge.
They've been chatting a lot, but not as friends.
And a successful clear here for the Cardinals. Burns thought about taking it. Instead, he'll dump it to the X and Justin Hazard. Jumbo sending 2 to deal with him. Reba in some trouble. Able to outrun it. On the X. 30 to shoot. Hard dodge. Step down. Shoots and scores. Put away by James Bailey. And Wesleyan with their first 2-goal lead in the second half.
They are just moving this Tufts defense around and around. They keep finding these open holes that Tufts is not used to being found.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned it. It's the movement, and it's going back to the faceoffs. Wesleyan outperforming the Jumbos from the draw right now, and that is a big reason why they are leading this game. Salcedo got hung up. And another clear for the Cardinals. And you get the feeling this is getting towards must-stop territory for the Jumbos. They send 2 immediately, and around the world went nowhere. Joey Walbaum dropped the defender to his knees. That pass on the turf being fought for, picked up here by Hazard. Has a man inside in Reva. Forced out by Michael Ayers. But once again, sloppy play. Up high. Inside step. Forced off it by Walbaum. Comes to Burns. Low here to Giancola. Moynihan back to Burns. All the way to the X and Reba. 30 to shoot. Inside feed, couldn't find the cutter. Saved, but a crease violation, and that's a good call. Walbaum will pick it up for the Jumbos. Just over 10 to go here on Bello. Panagopoulos to Kelly. He'll go to the corner. Tagliaferri going to come collect and run. Draws 2, inside feed. Ettinghausen draws another step down. Hauser hit off the face of a defender. And Tufts ball.
Both players diving for that ball. You can just feel it, Riley.
It's electric.
Yes, it's electric.
Regneri going to work. Skips to the X. Gets it back. Hauser whips it across. Near side, Lewis Timmons. Runs, dumps it to the X. Tagliaferri up top. Regneri now. Spin dodge. Nothing there. Hauser. Back to Regneri. Behind him. Regneri's going to save it. Wesleyan was ready to substitute. Did not count on Jack Regneri's speed. 10 to shoot. Timmons. Up top. Step down. Hauser thought about it with 5. That's a turnover. And the Jumbos waste an offensive opportunity.
We don't have many of those left to waste, Riley, if they want to win this game.
Yeah, and Brooks Hauser needs to shoot that ball. 3 seconds on the shot clock. You're a good enough shooter. You take that shot. Dixon across the timeline. Hazard and Reba going to slow it down for the Cardinals. Bailey. Has Rosario to deal with him. Up top here to Dixon. Gonna work against Kelly. Reba on the X. Around the screen. Here's Dixon now. 30 to shoot. Rosario low. Dixon gets a step. Jumbos with a half slide. Fresh 60. Low shot score. Put in by Justin Hazard.
What a shot. Or looks like he may have gotten injured on that play, Riley. I hope he is okay.
Yeah, looks like they were about to give Wesleyan a fresh 60 anyway. They put it away, and now a 3-goal lead for the Cardinals. And you got to think about a timeout if you're Casey D'Onofrio.
Yeah, I wonder what's going through his head right now. His team is not used to being down this late in the game.
Parker Merrill wins the draw.
Oh, can't seem to pick it up.
That one goes skying high. Still being fought for. Again on the ground. Can't tell you what's going on. Still being fought for. And it ends up in the stick of who else but Joey Walbaum.
Who else?
Beautiful bounce pass in stride.
As the sun starts coming out.
Shot just wide. We'll stay with the Jumbos. An interesting idea there from the long pole. Bounce to Rigneri. He's had some space. Decides to slow it down. Christmas. Might look to lower the shoulder. Backs out. Gets a step now. And he'll hand it off to Will Emsing. Halfway through the fourth. Wesleyan with a 3-goal lead. Hauser up top. Rigneri stepped down. Just couldn't keep it down.
Those are the shots you want to keep taking, though, Riley. That's exactly where you want to be.
Frizzoli has cutters. Instead, they work it around the perimeter. Hauser. Christmas setting up for a screen. Rigneri. Emsing. Great inside dodge. Dumps it off. Eddinghausen shoots and scores.
Beautiful play there by the Jumbos. That's the Jumbos attack that we are used to seeing on here in Bello.
And that's a beautifully designed set play. Emsing
really
with the dodge, and then knowing that the defender's going to slide, Eddinghausen makes a brilliant move to cut across, because with that zone, the defender that's sliding to Emsing is the defender that's supposed to pick up Eddinghausen's cut.
Yeah, and so the player's open shot. And as long as you can finish on those like the Jumbos did, that's a goal.
Parker Romero with a clean draw, and he's coming hard. Far side, Jack Rigneri. Wesleyan bench getting upset a little bit here with the face-off dot. Emsing. This second unit going right back to work. Hauser to Christmas. Shoots just wide. That was a rocket.
That was a rocket indeed.
Frizzoli has Emsing near side. Drops the shoulder. Skips it all the way up top. Rigneri went up to get it. Comes to Emsing. Hauser now. Gets through two. Rigneri. Emsing gonna try and face dodge. Draws two. Spins it back to Rigneri. Hauser with 30. Gets inside. Shoots off the inside of the post. And came out.
Extremely unlucky there. Both teams seem to be holding their breath, waiting to see what the Jumbos were going to do on that play there.
Wesleyan now in transition. They can take it almost to the 4-minute mark on this possession. Still a 2-goal game. DJ Dixon just cradling the ball in all sorts of time and space. Jumbo's not going to send anyone up to deal with him. Now they'll send Frizzoli. Bailey will come collect. He'll wait out some time, trying to draw out Rosario. Rosario not even going to play his games. 30 to shoot now for the Cardinals. Now they'll go to work. Bailey. Faked the pass, kept the ball. Burns back to Bailey. Inside feeds, shoots over the top. And Jumbo's ball. A great pass, but they couldn't execute. And you get the feeling they might end up wanting that one back. Wall bomb slows it down. Garzard will try the other side. Michael Ayers. Gonna have to loft one. Del Cristo took a check, got around it. Going hard. Del Cristo scores! Within one.
There it is, Riley. Good work by the Jumbos, finishing that shot. Cardinals defense don't seem to be talking. They seem to be a little confused what just happened.
Well, I'll tell you what happened. They brought a 3-man ride with their entire midfield to the midfield line. And as soon as Del Cristo got around that first man, there was no one there to step up.
Yeah, and Jumbos finish on that shot. We'll see who gets the draw. The draw's been the name of the game here today.
Salcedo out for the Jumbos. Twisted up, won by the Cardinals. Loose pass in the midfield. Hazard comes up and collects it. Big draw win there for the Cardinals. And Jumbos get called for a push, or they're going to call a timeout first. Timeout Wesleyan, 15-14. We'll take it as well when we come back. The finale from Bello. Welcome back here to Bello Field. Wesleyan possession, under 4 to go. Cardinals looking to do something they have not done in a long time, and that is sweep the Lacrosse matchup with the Jumbos. They took care of it on the women's side in Middletown. They got 3 minutes and 51 seconds to hold out here in Bello. And they are taking senior citizen pace here to get the offense going.
Smart move by them, to be completely fair. They know if they even allow the Jumbos to get this ball.
Yeah, I mean, I think there is some validity to that. The problem is it's 15-14. I'm pretty confident that 15 goals will not win this game. I think it's going to take at least 16.
Interesting. I guess we will see. There's 3 minutes and 10 seconds left for either team to score, either team to win this game.
It is crunch time here. Step down, low shot, score! Burns again.
There it is, 16.
And that is a killer for the Jumbos. Had got themselves back within 1. Wesleyan bleeds down the clock, and then easy as you like, Ben Burns goes top bins.
Even with the clock, I think they still caught the Jumbos off guard by slowing down the pace so much. They didn't see it coming.
No, they did not. Parker Merrill back out there. He's going to win that himself. Got held by about 2 different people, but able to get it up to Panagopoulos. Ball dropped by Regneri, but he's able to get it back. Man out of position now. Regneri spins. Good recovery.
Start to sense some urgency in this Jumbos offense. Haven't seen a lot of that this game.
Tagliaferri stops up on the X. Got 2 men hung up. Backing him down, gets taken down. And what's the call? It's going to be a timeout, Casey Adolfo. And what a timeout it is.
We were right earlier thinking about taking timeouts in the name of the game. That was a perfect time for a timeout.
Yeah, Wesleyan took one a minute ago, right when they were about to lose possession. Adolfo takes one there, right when he's about to lose possession. Timeout's such a pivotal role in lacrosse, especially in these close late-game scenarios.
Yes, indeed.
All right, Catherine, if you're Casey Adolfo, who are you trying to get a look for on this possession?
Charlie Tagliaferri, 100%. Each time the Jumbos have been feeling like they're in a rut, he is the one that has come back and scored the goal for this team. He has the confidence. If he sees the opportunity, he will take it, but he will not hold on to the ball for too long. He will pass it around and make sure the whole team gets a look. So he can score, and every single man on this field can't score the goal for the team, but I think Charlie Tagliaferri will do a good job of distributing it.
If I'm D'Onofrio, I bring Kevin Christmas back in right now solely to serve as a decoy. You bring him on the field, Wesleyan pays more attention to him because he's not in your normal offensive set, so they got to assume that he's involved in the play. You run a set, like you mentioned, with Tagliaferri, with Jack Rigneri, with Brooks Hauser, but use someone like Christmas as a decoy.
It does not look like Christmas is in, though, right now.
It'll start with Brooks Hauser on the far side. 2.5 to go here. Up top, Rigneri. Eddinghausen to Rigneri. Back to Hauser. 40 to shoot. Skip pass was going to Rigneri. Instead ended up with Kelly. Rigneri inside shot. Bouncing around, saved. Tagliaferri wide. A stick thrown for it, and the Jumbos possess. That could have been an equipment violation.
Does not look like the refs are too concerned about that one.
Under 2. 20 on the shot clock. Shot wide. Tagliaferri backs it up. 17 to shoot. Kelly with 15. Got to get rid of it. With 10, he gives it to Rigneri. He drops the shoulders. Jump shot. Wide. 4 on the shot clock. Jumbo's going to have to run something special here. And that pass goes all the way through to us here. A turnover. And now the Jumbos are going to have to be aggressive and force a turnover, or Wesleyan's just going to be able to see this one out. Jumbo's putting all their defensive stars on the field. Wesleyan in a bit of trouble here. As a reminder, the Cardinals are out of timeouts. Wallbaum chasing after DJ Dixon. Garzone out of the net. Jumbo's playing 8 wide. And a timeout by... That was...
I guess they did have a timeout.
I'm almost certain that's the third they've called this half.
They may have been one towards the end of the first half. But they have the timeout. They called the timeout. Good call. They were in trouble in the back end. They just have to figure out how to keep the ball and not let the Jumbos get the ball to prove their transitions and score a goal.
Wesleyan definitely caught a break there on that play on the near sideline about a minute ago, when their defender threw his stick, because that is supposed to be a 30-second penalty. Was not called. And
it didn't seem like either team was too concerned about it, though.
I think, if I had to guess, the referees and maybe both teams just assumed hustle play, wet grass, wet gloves, wet stick, and it slipped out.
A trip and a slip could have looked really similar to that play, but yeah, got to be careful with those. You can't make those silly mistakes and get calls like that will put your team man down.
While we have you here, we'll remind you what's coming up later this week. Jumbo's Women's Lacrosse will be back here Wednesday afternoon. It'll be me and Catherine back on the mic for that one as they look for some redemption from today's loss against Wesleyan. And then the matchup you've all been waiting for next Saturday. Live from Bello, it is number 1 Middlebury, the 2-time reigning national champions, coming to town.
Yeah, very exciting. Very exciting game to watch. Be sure to tune in for some fun lacrosse.
Referee signaling very clearly that Wesleyan is out of timeouts. Jumbo's now really got to be aggressive because they know that Wesleyan has no bailout at this point. You got to force a turnover. At the same time, you also have to prevent a drive to the net. DeCarla. Wall bomb. Got ball and body. Jumbo's going man down. Wall bomb very unhappy about it.
That is not something they wanted right now at this point in the game.
Dinolfo asking for an explanation.
That is a hard foul to take.
Did they call
right
a hold there?
It is not clear. Dinolfo
referee just picked up. Dinolfo screaming, and I kind of agree with him there. You might be able to get a lot of calls there, but I would love to know how that was a hold.
From here, that did not look like a hold.
And Wesleyan nearly there. They can sense the finish line. Jumbo's even in the man down. Empty netting it. Wesleyan had no desire to go for the net because that would give the Jumbos another draw. Ball on the ground. A lot of contact. Michael Ayers comes up with it.
He's got to go.
Up to Del Cristo. Jumbos can transition. They'll be back to full strength momentarily. Ball is stripped. DJ Dixon's got it, and that probably will seal it.
If they can hold on to it, still going to try to double the ball.
Oh, no, he stepped out. A huge mistake by Dixon. O'Neal comes up with it. 20 seconds to go. Chucks it up. Ball bounces around. Wesleyan's got it with 15. 10 to go. Jumbo's ride, hounding him. It's not going to matter. The Cardinals will send it long. And for the first time in 5 years, the Jumbos will lose a NESCAC game on Bello.
Wow, Riley, this is what a game. Tufts seem a little speechless, not sure exactly how to feel. Wesleyan Cardinals excited, ecstatic as they should be about this win.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, great for them. Deserved. Without a doubt, they were the better team here today. Jumbos had kind of been playing similar to how they were playing before they got beat by RIT. They were feeling like they were on top of the world. No matter what they did, their talent would bail them out. And they ran into a team who just simply outworked them today.
That's exactly right. We saw the true Tufts Jumbos playing for a little bit there. When we lost power, unfortunately, it was not streamed. But I'm curious to see how they move going forward. This team has not faced a lot of losses like these, and Wesleyan should feel really good about this game. They came in having the hype, having the confidence that they could win this game, and they came out on top.
Yeah, I mean, the good news for the Jumbos is now every team in the NESCAC has a loss, so they still control their own destiny in terms of the NESCAC. They just need to win out from here on out, but this is definitely going to hurt them in the national rankings. It'll definitely hurt them in terms of how they feel confidence-wise, momentum-wise, and it now basically turns every game from here on out into a must-win.
Yeah.
Because you lose a third game, you're probably not hosting more than a game or two in the NCAA tournament. And this is a team that feels a heck of a lot more comfortable on Bello than they do away from home.
Yes, exactly right, Riley.
All right, for all of us here at Bello, I'd like to thank the other members of my crew here. Jason Strait freezing himself up on the cams. Zachary Miller doing a phenomenal job saving us when the power went out. Great job, Zach. Alongside me for this one has been Catherine Birds on caller. I've been Riley Daniel. You've been watching JumboCast, and as always, stay home safely.